Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Arianna Elizabeth and welcome to your Wednesday class. Today's class is going to be a full body stretch as I have gotten many requests for that, and I've gotten a lot of requests for hips, so we'll definitely be sure to focus a little bit more on the hips as well. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and start in child's pose. Okay, so making your way to child's pose, big toes to touch, spreading your knees wide to the mat, rolling your bum back towards your heels, and then walking your arms out in front of you, stretching them as long as possible, spreading your fingers wide to the mat, and then bringing your forehead down in contact with the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose here, and an open mouth exhale, release it out. See if you can reach your fingers a little bit further. You won't be relaxing your arms on the mat, but more so engaging them, really feeling that stretch in your shoulders, your arms. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Awesome. Lift the crown of your head off of the mat, or your forehead off the mat, and walk your palms over towards the right. And find an inhale here. Open mouth exhale. One more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Walking them through center over towards the right. As far as you can go, but as far as is comfortable for your body. Inhale here. And exhale. You really want to send breath into that left side body. Deep breath in. And exhale. Awesome. Walking the hands back through center. Bring your forehead back down to the mat. Walk your palms in so that they're together. So palms are together. Spread your fingers and then draw your thumb towards the back of your neck. And now just your fingertips will be touching, so your palms won't stay together. And breathe here, really feeling it in your triceps. If you want to feel it a little bit more, you might lift your forehead off the mat and shift your weight back even more, keeping your elbows on the mat. Two more breaths. All right, slowly lower your palms back down onto the mat. Roll up, doming your spine, and then roll onto the tops of your thighs. Lift your heels, point your toes, and bring your toes together. Palms down on the mat, maybe pressing into them, lifting your chest, gazing straight ahead. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift your hips up, roll it back. Another just like that. Inhale, dome the spine, roll it up. Big toes together, pressing through your palms. Exhale, roll it back. Perfect. Now while you're here, widen your knees a little bit more. Still keeping the tops of your feet on the mat though. You can come to your forearms if you'd like, or you can continue to stretch your palms out with your chest on the mat. Taking some time in these stretches. Deep breath in. Open mouth exhale, force the air out. Slowly walk your palms back towards you. Come onto your fingertips. Keeping your chest lifted. You should feel it in your hips here. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk it back down. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. Awesome. Get ready to walk your palms back, coming onto your fingertips. And then coming to your palms, press your hips up, bring your knees in, walk your hands forward, and roll all the way down onto your belly, keeping your chest lifted. Tuck your toes here. And then take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Begin to press up through your palms, pretty much an upward facing dog actually. Rock back and forth. And then lower your knees. Send your hips back to that child pose. Untuck your toes. Inhale, dome the spine, coming to tabletop. And we'll take a few cat and cows and dancing lions. So inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, dome the spine, press into the mat, drop the crown of your head. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck your toes. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then bring your hips to the right, down towards the back, to the left. Just taking your body in circles here. And the other way. Maybe adding movement to the neck, the head, spine. And untuck your toes here. Continue. Find your own pace, your own rhythm. No rush. It doesn't have to look perfect or anything. Beautiful. Rock back up to tabletop and just drop that left elbow down. Still straightening through the right, gazing over your right shoulder. Feeling that little twist in your back. Press back up. Deep breath in and exhale, drop that right elbow. Back up, drop left elbow. Back up and drop the right elbow. Coming back to that neutral tabletop. All right, now in this neutral tabletop, inhale, curl your toes, and exhale, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal this downward dog out. And then widen your stance. So step your feet to the edges of your mat. Walk your hands to the edges of the mat as well. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, send your chest a little closer to your thighs. Inhale, rock up to your toes. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, back. 2 more times, forward and back. Last time, forward and back. Awesome. Walk your hands back into a normal down dog and step your foot in between your hands, lower down to that back left knee. Keep your left toes tucked under though. Inhale to low lunge, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, framing the foot. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep it up, pushing those hips forward. Exhale, bring it down. Left palm comes all the way down. Open up that right side. Now, option to keep your toes tucked under here if you want to get a little more of a stretch in on them, or you can untuck your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale. Begin to twist, so dropping that right hand a little bit, and then into that right hip as well. Coming onto the edge of that right foot, and then you want to untuck your foot for this. Breathing here. Inhale back up. Exhale. Bring it down. Inhale back up. Exhale. Bring it down. Breathe here just a little bit longer. 2 breaths. Inhale back up. Palm comes down. Knee goes back. Curl your toes. Keep your feet together this time. And then send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pressing those heels towards the mat. And then step that left foot through. Lower down to the back right knee, keeping the back right toes tucked. Inhale, send those hips forward, low lunge. Exhale, palms come back down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Begin to twist. Lowering that left hand down, coming onto the edge of your, or the blade edge of your left foot. Breathing here in this. Inhale back up. And exhale. Lower back down. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. 3 full breaths here. Inhale back up. Bring that palm down. Left knee meets the right. And take any organic movements here in this tabletop that may feel good to you. Maybe dropping the elbows, maybe going to child's pose, rocking it up. Beautiful. Come back to sitting on your heels. Palms come onto your thighs and just roll the neck forward. Always know, by the way, that you do have an option. If sitting on your heels is a little bit too much, you can, but you still want to sit on your heels, you can bring like a pillow or a fluffy blanket underneath you, fold it up, and then sit on your heels or on that blanket. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm stumbling over my words. And then you can sit on that blanket, and that should give a little bit more cushion, a little more space for you to kind of mold into it, as opposed to just on a flat, harder surface. So just an option. Yes, rolling your chin to your chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Roll it all the way back and let your head just sit there for a moment. Open your mouth. And then round the spine, drop the crown of your head forward. One more time, lifting your chest a little more this time, letting the crown of your head rest back. And then doming the spine, allowing your chin to come to your chest. Bring that up. Open your arms out wide. Let me move over to this side a little. And then face your palms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Slowly melt your chest down onto your thighs. Bring the crown of your head onto the mat. Lift your hips up, rabbit pose, lifting your wrists overhead. And slowly lower your wrists, bringing your hips back towards your heels, rolling your head back up to center. Awesome. Bring your palms back to the mat. Curl those toes, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedaling this downward dog out again, seeing how it may feel a little different this time. Awesome. And then inhale, sweep that right leg up, opening your hip, almost pointing your toe towards the left side of the room. Bring that back down. And inhale, sweep that left leg high, shifting the weight over towards the right, opening that left hip. And bring it down. One more time, right leg high, open it up. Bring it down. Left leg high, open it up. Bring it down. Awesome. Walk those feet towards the middle of your mat. Bend into your knees, melt your chest forward. And then heel toe your feet about hips width distance, maybe a little bit more. Now, sink your hips down, not all the way down going into Malasana, but just to about almost like a chair pose. Take your left hand, begin to work that left elbow between your knees, bringing your left hand to your left ankle. And then see if you can work that right elbow underneath. And your right hand comes to your right ankle. Drop the crown of your head. Begin to sit those hips a little bit lower. Maybe stretch them back up. Slowly release. Straighten through your legs. Bend into the right knee and then the left. Just your fingertips are on the mat. And then deep breath in. Exhale, bend into those knees again. See if you can wiggle your way back into that a little bit more comfortably this time. Now that you've done it once. Straighten through your legs. Begin to release your hands. Deep breath in. And then exhale, sink your hips down. Coming into that Malasana. Angle your heels in a little bit so that your toes are now pointing slightly out. Elbows are in between the knees, palms pressed together, open those hips. Keep that chest lifted, gaze directly forward. Always an option to bring a bolster, pillow, block underneath your bum if that helps you keep your balance a little bit more, makes it a little more accessible. Deep breath in. Exhale, press into your palms a little bit more. And slowly release. You can actually rock onto your bum. Straighten your legs out. And just pitter-patter your knees. And take a moment to roll your ankles here. Awesome. Now scoot your bum forward. Roll all the way down onto your back. Cross your right leg over your left. And then gently begin to drop your knees over towards the right, gazing over your left shoulder. Now you can walk that left foot up a little bit more if you like. Let your left arm go out long. Option to take a full bind here if you'd like to reach that right foot underneath you. Or underneath your left leg is more so what I meant. Slowly release. Bring your knees back to center. Left leg crosses over the right. And gently allow your knees to drop over to the left. You can walk that right foot up. And gazing over your right shoulder. Let me see if I want to take a little bind on this side. And then bring your knees back to center. Draw your knees up towards your chest and take a nice squeeze here. In a nice tight little ball. Flex your toes towards you. Wiggle your toes. Deep breath in. Last sip of air and exhale. Final Shavasana, you can rest all the way out. I encourage you to take up as much space on your mat as possible. You can open your arms out to a T. Allow your legs to open wide. Just let the blood flow, the endorphins flow. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Add some space in between your teeth. Completely relax your jaw, relax your face. No expression on your face. Just let your tongue rest at the bottom of your mouth. Maybe even send some space in between your lips. Don't worry about anyone watching you or you performing at all. Just imagine what you would feel like just floating in a nice, warm pool. No one around, no one watching, no judgment. No effort. Nothing is required of you except solely existing. Now know that you can stay in Shavasana as long as your time permits. But if you are ready to continue on with your morning, afternoon, or evening, I invite you to start with your breath. Just a deep breath in through the nose. And an open mouth exhale. Perfect. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. You can stay right here in Shavasana, in corpse pose, or you can begin to roll over onto your side into fetal pose. Take a moment to pause between the practice on your mat as you move it into the practice of your daily lives. And you can either stay here in fetal pose as we close out, or you can begin to press up to a seated position. Sitting nice and tall, rolling your shoulders back and down, and then bringing your attention to your forehead to remind yourself of positive thoughts, being really mindful of what you allow in here, bringing your attention to your lips to remind yourself to speak kindly to yourself, speak gently to yourself, and do the same to others. Have as much grace as you can on yourself and on others. We're all just out here trying to do our best, learning and living. And then drawing your attention to your heart to remind yourself that you're loved, you're special, you're important, you're kind, you're intelligent, you have a purpose, and you are needed. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then open mouth, exhale, release it out. You can flutter your eyes open. God bless, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I know I got a lot of requests for it, so I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to donate to my future studio equipment, Future Studio, I will leave the link down below to my GoFundMe. If you would like to donate to me personally, I, of course, would love it, and will leave my CashApp and Venmo on the screen. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll get to as many of those as possible. And yeah, I thank you guys for, I didn't even know this was like this. I thank you guys for all your support on my channel, just in general. I love reading your comments. They always brighten my day. They're so kind. Like, the community here is just so loving and kind, and I'm genuinely so appreciative of all of you. I'm so glad that you guys have been enjoying my vlogs as well. So if you haven't seen them, feel free to check them out. I am constantly working to get better at them. And yeah, all right. Well, I won't blab on too much longer. Have a wonderful have a wonderful rest of your week. A wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you on Saturday. All right. Bye.